Coach's Audio's event. And stay tuned. And it's brought to you by Shatterbone Game Hosting. So bear with us, and you can go ahead and listen to us talk with each other and whatnot. So appreciate you checking us out.
Yep, I think they're doing a connection race now, so.
Yeah, they always do their little, which, I don't know, never did make sense to me, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull my thing up, so that way if I do have anybody want to go ahead and type something in the chat box, the viewers, and say hello and whatnot, I can answer questions and whatnot, so I'll be able to see who's going to make comments and whatnot.
Yeah, once they start qualifying, we'll start the actual pre-race show.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and do your little things like you do with your innuendo, or not innuendos, but your little music stuff like that. Feel free to do whatever you want to do, dude. Always like that when you do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have Muffins?
Yep.
Is he already on the track?
I don't know.
So you'll be able to tell whenever they're.
Yeah. Right now he's not. I don't see him. Oh, wait a minute. Watch stream. Helps if I click on the watch stream right now. Right now it's showing me that Muffin is offline. Check back later. So, but I do have him queued up, so it'll eventually come up when he does start broadcasting.
Okay.
Oh man, I ate too much dinner.
Oh, yeah. Well, while we're waiting here, that's my first ever cup race, Cyborg. So I'm curious to see how well this goes.
Oh, that's right, because you only did the practice race. Hello, I got 4 viewers there. Appreciate you tuning in here. Of course, you know who I am. I'm SBGH Cyborg, along with my co-commentator, Formula Crowd. We're getting ready to broadcast for the D4C Nascar series, Cup Cars. Definitely want to stay tuned for that. Feel free to put a comment in the old comment box there, a little chat box. Got any questions? We'd be glad to answer you. So definitely let us know who's viewing it, because I can't tell who's viewing. So if you feel free to put in the chat box, say hello. We'll give you a shout out, and we'll get you the running order for tonight's race. And then maybe we'll ask our viewers if they have any their opinion or any their guess on who's going to win tonight. As soon as I have the roster of who's running tonight, but I'm not exactly sure on who is actually running tonight. So let me pull that up and kind of get by on this for a little bit while we do that. So I'm going to go through the running order tonight. Let me pull this bad boy up. And tonight's running order for tonight's Cup Series, Coey in the 24 car, got him in 3. Amar in the 42 car. Carroll in the 48 car. Stout in the 12 car. Todd in the 2 car. Tech is in the 43 car. Silence in the 9 car. Muffin, which we'll be watching his broadcast on Mixer, he's in the 14 car. Horn in the 78. And the 20 car is Heated. Sigma in the 88 car. Sweeter is in the 95 car. Outlaw in the 31 car. 4-Speed in the 41 car. Pro Viper will be driving the 37 car. Carmeli James will be in the 32 car. Cosmic in the number 1. Lightning in the 10 car. D4C JR in the 19 car. Valley in the 21. Jose in the 11. Rosie, CGM Rose in the 11 car, Jose 720 in the 38, and last but not least, Porky in the 6 car. And that's your running order. Your team players here, your team roster for tonight's race for the D4C series, Duel for Cash. Dirty Air Racing will consist of Coey in the 24 car, Silent in the 9, 88 Sigma, and James in the 32. Redline Racing consists of Gotham in the 3 car, 78 in the Horn in the 78 car, Muffin in the 14, and Poopy is in the 18. Omar Racing Team consists of Omar in the 42 car, Cosmic in the 1, Pro Viper in the 37, Sweeter in the 95. DCI Team will be your team drivers of Carroll in the 48, Outlaw in the 31, Tar Heel in 4, and Sledgehammer in the 8 car. Checkers or Wreckers, that team, you will be Stout in the 12, 20 would be Heated, 4-speed in the 41 car, and the Mad Brownie, I do believe, in the 22 car. And Strange Motorsports, Tech 9, I do believe, if I pronounce that right, is in a 43 car. Porky in the 6, Lightning in the 10, and Shunman in the 17. Your Red Spade Motorsports, Todd in the 2 car, Valley in the 21, and Jose in the 11 car. And Rose in the 11 car, I apologize, and Jose in the 38 car. So stay tuned. We'll be getting this thing fired up at the bottom of the hour. Definitely going to be some really good excitement here, viewers. We are, how many laps Formula Car, I do believe they said we're going to do here?
200 laps.
So
200 laps, yeah.
So, no, that's not going to get me. I ended up hitting my telemetry for the Project Cars, and that's not going to help me out at all. So
you got that right. You had a lot of fun doing those Project Cars races with you, Cyborg, this spring.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So hopefully they'll have us do a little bit more of that. Let me pull up Muffin. There he is. We'll see if he's maybe out there doing a qualifying. No, he's not broadcasting yet, so. Well, me and Formula Car are going to sit back here and just kind of wait a little bit. Bear with us, viewers.
And I'm looking at the YouTube stream, so whenever I see them switch,
all right, great,
or
great,
they send us something, then we'll start.
Not a problem. Anything you want to add in for tonight's broadcast while we're kind of waiting for the drivers to get done qualifying and doing what they're doing there, Formula Crowd? For our viewers, so they don't get so
really
bored.
Looking forward to this. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing the Xfinity series, the All-Star Racing Giveaways League on Tuesdays, and you know that's a lot of fun. And so I know the Cup is, I guess you could call it the upper league, Duel for Cash. And so they don't have stages, and I think the drivers might be racing a little more clean. So it's going to be a different type of race tonight, I feel like. I'm really curious. But, you know, Charlotte's a tricky track.
Yes, it is.
Pretty narrow for a mile and a half, so at least on this game it feels like it. So we could have a wreck fest. I think if people keep... if we get a couple wrecks in a row, I think that's where it's really going to, you know, start.
Well, yeah, you know, they say cautions breed caution here at the NASCAR Oval World. I'd say my prediction on cautions tonight, I'm going to shoot for, it's going to be a little bit of a bigger number. Last week I shot for, I said 13. I think they ended up doing just give a take of that. But see, tonight's, I'm going to say my caution prediction number will be, I'm going to shoot for the famous number of 17 cautions this evening. What's your prediction? How many cautions do you think they're going to do tonight here?
I'm thinking more of 10 or less.
There you go, folks.
I would really be shocked.
Yeah, so there you go, viewers. That's Formula's prediction on the cautions, and you heard how many of the cautions that I predicted, and I see I'm going to be in a tongue-tied mood tonight, so we'll see what happens here. I've
never watched these drivers race before. I've seen some of them race.
They do a really good job. They really do.
Yeah.
Had tonight's event for Project Cars 2 that I entered. We ran the Cosworth 49, a 1967 Formula F1 car, and right now you're talking to your 2-in-a-row race winner. I ended up wrapping that up again tonight there, buddy. So, yep, I got myself another big old victory.
Where'd they race at, Cyborg?
We raced at Silverstone Classic, and I'll tell you what, it was a good time. I Johnny, Dad's Taxi Service, Johnny, he got the #1 pole tonight. He was on fire, but he was driving the pants off the car, and then I started in P2. Took off from the start. Johnny kind of slipped up. I think he had a bad start. Cam jumped the start, so he had to do a drive-through. And then Hector, which is actually he just signed up with SBGH Racing Team tonight. So he's a new member. Congratulations to him. And he was out in front, and then a guy named Sam or San like that. We went in a corner there, the S turns there before the start finish line at that track. You know how tight that right and left is, and he just barely touched me, and I spun it around, was able to save the car, had a little bit of a damage, and then just hit my marks and just was smart about it, and just didn't want to over rev the car. You know, those cars are very touchy, and it doesn't take much to damage them, and I ended up pulling off another win. So. Pretty stoked about that tonight. So
those cars are tricky to drive, and just so viewers and Cyborg, they just started qualifying, so we'll go live here in just a few moments.
All right.
But yeah, that's a really tricky car. I think I prefer Silverstone Vintage to that Le Mans Bugatti course we did last week.
Yeah,
I picked the wrong race to do it because it's a bad time for me, but.
Yeah, you definitely were fighting that night. I mean, you had a really good practice run and a decent qualifying. It's just, I don't know. I think, matter of fact, if I remember right, didn't you ended up by accident your crew chief put the wrong tune in the car or something like that, if I remember right, from last week's race?
Yeah, there was some sort of, Project Cars isn't exactly known for its smooth operation, but yeah, there was some kind of a bug where I'd put in your setup and then turn around for the actual race because we started a new lobby and it didn't keep it, and I probably should have checked, but so my gear ratios were all messed up.
So.
I mean, I probably wouldn't have been that competitive either way, but it's not my style of track. But it was a little bit of a struggle.
Right, and then speaking of that Formula One series with the '67 Lotus Cosworth 49. Next week we're taking a bye week, and then the week after that, I do believe we're going to be at the world's famous track, Nordschleife. So that's going to be entertaining.
What version of the track?
The full.
Is that going to be the full?
Combined
I guess
full.
That is the full. Yeah, the Nordschleife.
Yeah, combined. Yeah, the combined full. That's what we're going to run. The GP and the full track put together. So ran some laps there. I was able to run it real smooth. Cars handle really good. I love that track. It's a love-hate track. Either you like that track or you don't. I like it. It's fun to run. A lot of people are very intimidated with that track, but it's a 15 point something mile track. So
yeah, about 170 turns, I think.
Yes, yeah, it's something, but I like it, So and for you viewers out there, we talk about Nürburgring and Nordschleife on YouTube. There is a documentary about it. It's called The Ring. It's definitely something you want to check out. Look it up on YouTube. The Ring. It's a history about the track, how it was built before World War II, and stuff like that. I'm not going to talk too much about it for those that want to check it out, but definitely check it out. The Ring. It's a documentary on YouTube, so it's worth checking it out for you motorsports fans out there. So as Formula was saying, they're getting done doing qualifying, and then we'll get our invites to the lobby, and then we'll get you some live actions here, folks. For you viewers, got any questions? Feel free to jump in that type in that chat box. Love to answer your questions or anything like that. Let us know who you are. Give a shout out. For those that are viewing, and we will say hello to you on this live broadcast brought to you by Shatterbone Game Hosting and broadcasting and whatnot. So just bear with us a little bit.
Yep. We'll go live here in just a moment, Cyborg.
All right. Yeah. So what's qualifying looking at over there in your view there? How's it looking over there? They're looking pretty good. They hitting their marks. I mean, kind of maybe a little inside thought about what kind of racing is going to be tonight. Cars are looking pretty stout and smooth.
The D4C Racing Network presents live flag-to-flag coverage of the Collar Street Cup Series at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hi, folks. I'm from the Crowd 909 alongside here with my co-commentator, Cyborg. And, folks, we've got a great race for you today at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We've got 200 laps, no stages, 50% of what a normal race would be for the Cup Series in these Cup cars. And, Cyborg, I got to tell you, I'm just so excited. This is my first ever Cup race to broadcast here on the network, and really looking forward to this one. What are you expecting for tonight's race?
Well, I'm going to tell you what, my friend, there's going to be a lot of dicing, some team strategy. They got a handful of teams, like I was telling earlier about the teams. Definitely going to be on the edge of your seat here. You're in for a great treat, being this your inaugural broadcast for the Cup cars, and it's going to be some really good, intense racing. Hopefully these guys are going to, get settled in and take it easy, hit their marks, and then maybe the last 25 laps we'll get some good, hard competition going in there. My prediction for the race winner tonight, let me see. I'm going to go with, now this is going to be a long shot, okay, but this guy, I watched him race the other day, and he's got a lot of consistency. He's a very smart racer. He's very patient, and that would be Muffin 2709. That's going to be my race winner prediction tonight there for me, the Crowd.
Well, that's an interesting prediction. I know Muffin is a fantastic driver, and I know you'll be riding along with him to get some inside, telemetry on the race tonight, and I think he will definitely be up towards the front. However, my pick for tonight's race is actually going to be the 21 of Valley Racing. I've raced with Valley in the past on some of the NASCAR Heat titles, and he's pretty much won almost every single online tournament they've had on NASCAR Heat 3, and just really consistent overall tracks. You never know, Charlotte, it's a very tricky mile-and-a-half track. It seems a little more narrow than some of the other cookie cutter track, so to speak. So, one mistake and your whole race can be ruined, especially with the lack of stages in a race like this. But I really think that Valley Racing, if he doesn't win, is going to be up towards the front, because usually the fastest guys are going to end up in victory lane.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. I've watched him on some broadcasts, and as I would say, he's one of those drivers that is very quick, and what we call in the Project Cars world, Project Cars 2, we call him creepy fast.
Yes, that's certainly true. And, this is a little bit different than what I'm used to with the Xfinity All-Star Racing Giveaway Series here in the Collar Street Cup Series for Duel for Cash. This is also a team-based league. And how do you think, I know this is the winter season, Cyborg, and there's not really much on the line here as far as the points and winning the team championship, but, even at a track like Charlotte, how do you think the team strategy will play a role in today's race?
Well, they're probably going to team up if they're able to get together and team up. Like you said, at this track, it's one of those tracks that either you make it or you break it, and I think there's going to be a lot of team strategy going on. I think there's going to be some definitely some door closing, as we call it, but other than that, I think that there's just going to be some epic racing, and for you viewers, you're just going to have to sit on the edge of your seat there and get to watch this full race there, and it's just hopefully these guys get settled in and don't get too aggressive from the start, because it is a very long race. So, and I guarantee you, it's going to be something to check out.
And looking at this format with a lack of stages, I know pre-broadcast we were talking about our predictions for the amount of cautions. I think you're a little bit more pessimistic perhaps than I was. I think you said 17 was your prediction, and I'm looking more towards 10 or less. But you never know. Like we talked before, cautions do breed cautions, and they might go for a long, green flag run. But if it gets towards the end of the race and a caution comes out, these guys get really aggressive. I mean, we could have a demolition derby in our hands, especially with the lack of damage model.
Yeah.
NASCAR Heat 3, which is an issue of its own, but hey, we have to work with what we have to work with.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. I mean, between, when NASCAR 704 Studios came out with this, And from NASCAR Heat 1 to 2 to this one, they definitely did step up the program. They're doing a really good job. They've made a lot of improvement. I mean, they even throw the extreme dirt thing in there, which I'm really into, and I've been running some races on Saturday night with the Striker, D4C Striker. He's putting on a hell of a show on Saturday nights. Something to check in there and watch and get involved in. It's a great time. I have a lot of fun. I'm just out there, turning the wheel and sliding around, and I'm just doing it for fun, just to have a good time with it. But they definitely, 704 Studios definitely did step up the notch by throwing the dirt late model type extreme series, as they call it. But I mean, they're getting there. I mean, it's hard work. You can't please everybody when it comes to the gaming industry. I mean, you're always going to have people out there that's going to be loving it or they're going to be hating it.
Oh, certainly, and they've definitely made a lot of improvements from the first title they came out with NASCAR Heat Evolution. But that is the reality these drivers face today, is that you can go flipping down the backstretch, and you will be right back in it once the green flag waves again. So it does maybe cause some more aggressive driving, perhaps. But either way, you don't want to cause the whole wreck and have half the field taken out because of that.
Right, and you were mentioning about.
And I believe we're going live into the lobby as we speak.
I'm just getting ready for my invite there. You were reflecting on about teams and this and that, but I guarantee you, the last 25 laps, I guarantee you, all bets will be off when it comes down to that. But I'm sure there'll be some team members that will throw Team-tastic in there. That's just something that you have to keep an eye out there this evening. So bear with us,
and
folks.
It's funny, as we're getting into the lobby, we can see that Valley Racing 93 is your pole setter at a 29.013.
If you can maybe shoot me an invite, because I did not get one. So I'm not sure what's going on there. They forgot about me.
And I'm not 100%.
Thank you, buddy.
Situated there, Cyborg.
All right.
So I'm now going into the actual race. So we're going to have a couple pace laps just for those of you at home know before they go green. To let us get into the actual track.
So I see Muffin's not broadcasting. I don't know if he's having some technical difficulties. I'm going to refresh that page, so hopefully that. But other than that, viewers are getting ready to load up here. So I'm sure that by the time I get my view load up, their viewers are probably going to be the green. So bear with me, viewers, and you definitely it's going to be worth the wait. All right, for some reason, Muffin is not broadcasting, so I'm going to have to leave it up to you there, Formula Crowd, on how many laps and whatnot. So,
well, your guess is about as good as mine, to be honest there, Cyborg.
So, here we go.
Not sure. We'll have to figure it out as we go here, but they are making a pace lap. And there seems to be a bit of lag. As we go green to the 21 of Valley Racing leads the pack into turn number 1 here at Charlotte. Number 1, a Cosmic Storm is all over his bumper.
Looking pretty smooth out there.
Hopefully the lobby gets a little more situated.
Yeah, but they're looking pretty good right now. So this might be a good prediction of how this outcome of the race is going to be with my kind of pessimistic 17 caution prediction there. So I'm definitely hoping they don't have that. Actually, I'd love to see a whole green flag run through the whole thing and some green flag pit stops. Definitely change up the game. 21 out front, 1 in second, and it's P3. I do believe is a 4 car. Over to you, Formula.
Well, that would be the 9 of Silent.
Oh, okay.
In that DuPont scheme.
He went flying by me so quick I couldn't get a number on him, or see his number. But
yeah, well, they're a little twitchy right now here on Twitch, so hopefully
no
that
pun
gets
intended.
situated. And we got the number 8, who actually I'm not sure who's in that car.
That would number 8 car would
He's
be
not on
your.
my list, so.
That's Sledgehammer. That's your Mr. Sledgehammer in the 8 car. Here at.
And Sledge is always a fast driver, so we'll have to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, he's one of those drivers that he has a tendency to kind of like lay back and play smart like a fox. But yeah, he is really good, and he's really stepped his game up this year. I mean, unbelievable. He did get himself a victory on a practice race that they had here about a week ago. So he's definitely somebody you want to keep an eyeball on here at the Coca-Cola 600.
And this probably is the longest race the D4C will have for this Cup Series. We're going half the distance of the usual race, so 300 miles.
One car looks like he's making a move to the front on the backstretch.
He keeps peaking, and then he has to dive back down. I know Cosmic Storm, he's usually up in the booth with us on Tuesdays, and really a great driver.
They're dicing it up.
To feel out what Valley Racing's doing. And I see the number 12. That's Whiskey Stout. Oh my goodness, the number 9.
Up in the wall.
Flip it on my screen, and Silent. That must have been a glitch.
Yeah, I think it was Formula, but because they didn't bring the caution out, so.
And he's going again, so he's still in third somehow. But I was saying the number 12 of Whiskey Stout.
Oh, we got a couple cars up in the
grass there.
Yeah, up in the tri-oval.
Yep, and I believe the number 1 of Cosmic did take the lead there.
Yes, he did. And we have caution number 1 right now. So caution 1 over here for the Coca-Cola 600. Mark it down on my little
like
tablet.
Valley in the 21 might have hit the infield grass there, coming through the tri-oval, and I think that gave Cosmic the ability. I couldn't quite tell if there was contact or not.
Yeah, there was contact, Formula. He went down the grass, and then he come up, and then he ended up getting into somebody. I didn't quite catch who he got into, and then they got turned around, so that brought the caution out here. So we'll see what happens here. I'm sure these guys probably going to dive into pit, get some 4 fresh tires, and top the fuel off, I imagine. Here we go. And I do believe he's out in front.
Yep, Cosmic is your leader.
Oh,
actually, they're going to have 1 pace lap, I believe.
Yeah.
What the procedure is for this is that they do go double file, but whoever's in first place gets to choose what lane they want to run. So they will go manually under caution. And we've got an issue with a couple of our drivers.
19's around.
That was not good to see.
I'm not sure if that was a lag issue.
Can't quite tell what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It happened pretty fast.
Well, there was still a couple drivers out there on the apron.
So it looks like they're going to get it sorted out. Hopefully they're going to go to green here.
Yeah.
On the backstretch,
looks like they're back in
3.
formation.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. So, all right, here we go, folks. So hopefully we're going to go to green. I'm pretty sure we are.
And Cosmic did decide to stay in the inside lane, and I think that's probably the preferred groove around this track, Cyborg.
Oh yeah, I mean, it is a shorter part, and I would personally pick the inside lane, but that's just my personal choice. So I think we're going to go to green here. Yes, we are.
Yep, green flag is back out. Cosmic is still in the lead with Valley right behind him.
Right along with the 13 car. Yeah. Yeah, he probably could. Yeah, he wanted to get out of there and get at the preferred line.
Looking to the inside. As they go to turn number 3, they're side by side. Valley Racing, a little bit of lag there, but Valley Racing has the position.
They're definitely getting dicey here,
and
2 by 2.
Now it's the number 9 of Silent in second.
1 up against the wall. He just brushed. Got 2 up in the wall. Nobody's around, so they're all right.
I think that has to be lag, Cyborg.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing there. got one, the blue car up in the wall. He definitely fell back in the pack. Right along with the 12 car.
And I'm still watching our leader, Valley Racing, in the number 21. The number 9 of Whiskey Stout. I'm sorry, that's Silent. Excuse me, still learning the drivers here. The number 9 of Silent in that Napa Chevrolet. Strong on his tail. And I see the 88 of Sigma running fourth.
We're right along on the 9 car right now. Coming over the backstretch there.
And I think Silence doing basically what Cosmic was before, staying in his draft and peeking to the inside on the straightaway. And so far, Valley's pretty strong.
Yeah, he's looking really good tonight. One car comes up and just barely brushes the wall on a corner 2.
They're side by side down the backstretch, and he went back in line.
I think we have a caution.
We must have a caution now, yes.
Caution 2, ladies and gentlemen. Doing my
We've
drone
gone a few
cam.
laps under green here.
Yeah. I call this the drone
think they'll come
camera.
in the pits this time, Cyborg?
I'm thinking they will. Will the leaders come to the pit? I don't know. I mean, we're just gonna have to see what happens here. I wouldn't come in the pit quite yet because they only got a handful of laps put in, and I think the fuel run in these cars are something like 68 laps or 38. I'm not quite sure. I could be wrong on that. So here we go, back to green. I think some of the guys did dive in the pit.
We're going to have one. Yes, they did. And right now it's the 19 D4C RJ as your leader, with the 32 of Kamal in second as they do their pace lap.
Oh, we got 21s around. Looks like he got bumped into. I think this is a little bit more of a lag issue here. So, not going to be happy about that one. But it's still early. You know, they got plenty of time to redeem themselves and get things sorted out here. So,
and just as a technical note there, Cyborg, the Muffin broadcast is up. So
thank you.
You may have to reset your mixer.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but give me a minute here, and then viewers will definitely give you an update here and find out what lap we have and how many we go and all that good stuff here. Modern technology.
RJ
here we go, back to green. Oh, did you see that? That did not look good. It looks like
couple
somebody
power moves there.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite tell if someone jumped the start or had a bad start, really. But everybody was diving to the inside there on the front stretch.
All right, here we go. There we go. Now I'm able to pull up Muffin's telemetry. Modern technology working for its finest here. So here we go. Definitely got that pulled up now, so we'll be able to let our viewers know what lap we're on.
What lap are we on, Cyborg?
Give me 1 second here. I'm waiting for Muffin to come across the line here and let me know how many more we got to go. $178 to go. 178 to go here at a 200 lap race.
So far, they're pretty smooth after this restart. I'm not sure if Horn or somebody yelled at him maybe to be a little more calm, but...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure the race director told him to chill out. But yeah.
That's Cosmic Storm going to the inside of the 32 of Kamal. He is taking second place, and he's bringing the 22, whose number actually... Oh, the Mad Brown. Valley. Right with him.
Yeah, they're starting to get settled in here, and you know, they're getting calmed down a little bit there, and you know, they definitely don't want a lot of cautions because that definitely changes things up on the strategic part of it. You know, and you know, being a driver myself, nothing's more frustrating when you get a whole bunch of caution going, because you know, you want to get going, you want to get in your groove, and you just want to keep the momentum going, and well, get to that checkered flag as soon as possible. But they have a long way to go. Coming on the backstretch, 19 out in front.
Cars, I think, lagging.
Yeah. We definitely
I
do.
was wondering, how long it would take Valley to get up through the fields. He pitted and lost some positions. He's already back and forth, so he's definitely got a fast car today, even with dealing with traffic.
Yeah, 175 left to go. $19 out in front, 1 in second. Looks like you're 22 in the P3.
Yep. Cosmic has definitely closed the gap up on our leader.
You definitely keep an eye on Valley. I'm sure he's going to get racing through the pack here.
And Valley's taking third from the 22.
Yeah. He's definitely
Brownie,
rolling.
I think, got stuck on the outside.
It sure didn't take him long to roll up through the pack.
That's for sure.
Coming out of corner
Cosmic
4.
is almost ready to make the pass, it looks like.
Yeah, he's looking in. He's kind of probably... I'm kind of wondering if he's just going to lay back. Looks like he's trying to go up to the high side, but I think he's just going to kind of fill him out.
Well, that's going to let the 21 of Valley Racing.
Yeah.
He's now got second place as they're side by side down the backstretch. I think that was a mistake by Cosmic. Maybe he was trying something out to see if that hot line would work, although...
Oh, 19 up high.
Side by
He's
side.
touching
He's
the
got
wall.
a pretty good run.
Oh, they're getting dicey here. Yeah,
place.
Yeah, he definitely dived down the inside. He looked like he was going to dive up high or jump up high, and I think the other driver thought he was going to do it, and then he just drove down on the inside and was able to get up in P1 position here. So definitely dicing it up.
They went 3 wide there for a second.
Yeah, that's pretty gutsy. So coming up to the start-finish line. $171 left to go.
But now it's the 19 of RJ looking to the inside of Valley. Valley's stuck up high.
You're going to drop behind 19 car.
And then now it's the 1 of Cosmic Storm looking to the inside of him.
Oh, I tell you what, viewers,
really
this is definitely getting up some epic racing here. Ooh. These guys are really dicing it up here.
Tag the wall.
Yeah, I see that. 19 car almost looks like he's trying to check out. So you got 19 and 1 in your P1 and 2 positions. On the backstretch, they're dicing, weaving, and bobbing. But it looks like they're starting to get settled in formula. It looks like they're, trying to get a little comfortable there and just take some laps down.
Yeah, it looks like the top 10 or so drivers have kind of separated themselves out, and there's another pack behind them.
Muffin's in 12th position right now. Just scroll through the telemetry here and give my viewers a little bit of a different view than me monitoring the top drivers here.
And they are still neck and neck there for the lead.
Right now we're taking a look at the 41 car and the Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, as we look back through the field, you've got that Cosmic Storm look to the inside, coming out of 4. I think he has enough momentum.
Right along with the 32 car in P4, folks. Kind of gives you an idea how these guys are dicing it up here. Coming out of corner 2. Oh, 19's around.
The 19. RJ, at first I thought it was lag. I think he hit the apron.
Yeah,
That's going to bring out a caution.
Yep. Caution 3 in the books, folks. Caution 3 here at the Coca-Cola 600. So we're going to have to get this sorted out, find out what's going on. Definitely caution out here, so kind of nice having this extra telemetry to let me know what's going on. Thanks to Muffin for broadcasting on Mixer. Definitely appreciate that. Doing a shout out to him.
Definitely some exciting racing there, Cyborg, for the lead and all through the pack. I had to focus on my attention on the leaders there because they're just so close, and really good battles between, you know, the number 1 of the Cosmic Storm, the 19 of RJ, and the 21 of Valley. And, but that just goes to show you one little mistake there. You can go from leading the race to all the way back there.
All right, here we go. We're going to go back to green.
Well,
one more pace lap. Yeah, one more pace lap. Then we'll go back to green, viewers. Viewers, feel free to comment on the chat box, and if you've got any questions, or put your name in there, and we'll give you a shout out on this live stream. I appreciate you checking us out here at Shatterbone Game Hosting and Broadcasting. I'm SBGH Cyborg, along with my co-commentator, Formula Crowd.
It looks like the 19 of RJ, he was going to start about mid-pack, and I think because he caused the caution and wrecked all those drivers, he went to the back of the field. I'm not sure if that's a rule or just courtesy out of him, but either way.
Oh yeah, he might have.
It's going to take him a little while probably to get back towards the front.
Yeah, I imagine the majority of these guys dove in and you know, topped the fuel off and got some fresh tires on these cars, because they have been running pretty hard here for a few laps here. So coming out of corner 4, getting ready to go back to the green. Over to you, Formula.
Alrighty, we're coming out of turn number 4. It's the number 1 of the Cosmic Storm on the inside, and the green is back out. Well, a bad start there for Valley. He's going to let the 32 of Kamal take second place.
Yeah, I think he was thinking, I'm not going to push the incident.
12 of Whiskey Stout right behind him.
Single file in the backstretch going to corner 3. Your 1, 32, 21, and your 12 car, your top 4 drivers. 32 goes up high.
And there goes Valley.
Yeah,
looks like he's going to take second place with
well, I tell you
right
what,
behind him.
He went from mid-pack up to the front, lickety-split, man. I'll tell you that car must be really tuned in. He must, you know, definitely got that thing figured out tonight.
Now he's usually got it dialed in. Kamal just getting hung out on the outside there.
Oh,
there's a caution.
Yeah, there's a
multiple
major
cars
caution.
got around and looked like everybody's going through the infield. The Cosmic Storm, I couldn't tell if he hit the apron or maybe there was contact, but he went around coming out of 4.
Yeah, it looked like Valley got into Cosmic from what I've seen from it, from my telemetry and from my camera angle. So, sure, we'll find out a little bit later here, but yeah, that's what it looked like to me. I'm not sure if Cosmic like checked up, got loose, and then Valley got into him. So I'm not sure what's going on. We'll get that figured out there shortly. So caution number 4 here at the Coca-Cola 600, folks. Appreciate you viewing in here. Yeah, look at them all bunched
really
up there.
Hard race in there.
Oh,
for the
yeah, that was just mayhem on the trioval there. And cars everywhere. So here we go.
So as we start the pace lap, it will be the 18 of, actually I don't have that number either. There's some new drivers.
Yeah, I'd have to pull up certain telemetry to get that, and I'd have to drop out the live stream that I got going. Definitely, thank God this is a preseason type, winter season type thing there. And eventually we'll get these guys all written down on a piece of paper. That way we have a logbook and get things sorted out. So, like Formula Crowd says, they're on a pace lap. So we'll be going back to green. They're on the backstretch here, so we'll have to see what's going on.
Well, it's very interesting, though, Cyborg, because the 18 decided to take the outside, and Valley's got the inside. So that's the first time that the leader on a restart has switched lanes.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, that's my opinion. That's not really a wise choice because Valley, he is very strong on that inside. So we'll have to see what happens. We're getting ready to go back to green. Over to you there, Formula Crowd.
Yeah, coming out of turn number 4. The green flag is back out. And a strong start there by the 18.
156 left to this 200 lap race. 156 left to go. Still quite a long ways to go here. They're getting dicey on the backstretch here. Tires are kind of cold.
They certainly are. And, you know, I have to think here, too. If you're the leader, you want to put the second place drivers. Valley goes to the inside. You know, on the outside, you can plug out to dry, just like the 18 is now.
Yeah, they're teaming up there, so I'm sure there's some. Well, we got one up touching up against the wall. I'm sure there's some team tactics going on here, Formula. So we'll see what's going on. 22 is going to drop down behind the 21, so we're gonna have to see that 2x2.
And that's the 22, the Mad Brownie in second place.
Yeah. One down on the apron. One car down on the apron. We've got a car around the 88th around.
I couldn't quite tell if that was lag or...
That's going to bring out caution number 5. Caution number 5 here at Charlotte Coca-Cola 600. So we got 5 cautions in the books here. Give me one second.
It looks like your prediction might be better than mine on the caution sideboard.
And I was just throwing that out there, you know. I was just saying, what the heck? I'm just going to throw a number out there.
I was trying to be optimistic.
Yeah. I figured I'd just throw a big number out there, just keep the drama rolling, you know, and anticipation. So 154 left. Of course, they're going to do their warm-up or a pace lap after the green flag. So we're going to have, I'm sure there's going to be a handful of cars diving in the pits, Formula. So we'll find out here real quick.
Valley is still your leader. He must have, couldn't tell if everybody stayed out or everybody pitted, but he's still your leader. You got the 22 of the Mad Brownie right behind him in second place. And it looks like he's going pretty fast.
Yeah, I was going to say.
What's happening there?
I'm sure the race director is going,
I'm
hey,
a little confused.
Yeah, I think he's like, okay, slow down. Maybe just kind of like, you know, wanted to get up there a little bit ahead. I'm sure he wanted to check up a little bit. Maybe he felt like there was going to be something to happen, so he wanted to stay clear of any mayhem. Welcome, viewer. Appreciate you checking us out here. I'm SBGH Cyborg, along with my co-commentator, Formula Crowd here, brought to you by Shutterbone Game Hosting. This is your D4C Cup Car Series, Duel for Cash. Getting ready to go back to green. We've had 5 cautions here, 200 lap race, and I do believe we have 150 left to go. Feel free to comment in the chat box.
Turn number 4 here. The Collar Street Cup Series. The green flag is back out. Valley Racing leads them in.
The 12 and 11 car looks like they're single file there, kind of working with each other a little bit.
And Matt Brownie did a really good job of getting down there to the bottom.
Yeah. He got a good start on that one. He gets really great starts, I see. On the backstretch, coming on a corner 4. There we go.
And I see that the 41 of D4C 4-speed, he's made his way up to 4th place.
Yeah, I haven't heard
slowly
much
but surely
from him tonight. There's a name we haven't talked about this evening, so have to definitely keep an eye on that, gentlemen. 21,
and
22.
I tell you what, too, the 19 of RJ, he had that really bad wreck there, went all the way to the back, and he's back up in 5th place.
$148 left to go here at the Coca-Cola 600 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Evening race, night race. So these cars are definitely breaking out some serious horsepower and a cool temperature. 40, the Monster Energy car, he dove right in there, right behind the 22. So, well, he's up against
the 41.
Yeah. Oh, he's up
really high there.
On the backstretch, 21 is out in front.
Positions.
Valley's been dominating here pretty much the beginning part of this race.
I'll tell you what, though, Cyborg, I'm not sure if it's the draft or what with this package, but he's not able to pull away. He's got a really fast car.
Yeah.
But no matter who's in second or third place, they always seem to be pretty close to the leader. Now, maybe as the tires wear, that could change.
Yeah, they're definitely sucking up to each other.
Away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're all really close. 41 touches the apron.
Oh, 41,
slides up. Yeah, we got trouble in the backstretch.
Coming out of turn number 4.
So that's going to bring out caution. Muffins around on the front stretch. Caution number 6 here. So we'll see if 146 left to go. We'll see if Race Director is going to kind of get on the race comm and tell these guys they need to calm down a little bit there and relax and take a breath. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see if some guys come in for a pit. I imagine they will.
Well, it's interesting, Cyborg, because they will go single file if they have too many cautions. But
yeah,
from my perspective at least, the restarts have been fairly clean. It's you go 10 or so laps into a run, and that's when it breaks out. And I think with the draft, they're also bunched together. Even going single file may not solve the issue.
Well, yeah, and I imagine there's a lot of dirty air issues and factors on this. So we'll do our mandatory caution lap. Get them sorted out here.
Definitely some changes coming off the pit road. The 42 of Amore is your leader for this restart.
142 left here. It'll be 143 when they go back to the green.
And our very own D4C got him in that beautiful number 3 car.
You haven't heard much from him tonight.
Place.
He's been laying back there being pretty quiet, so we'll see what he's got. He's definitely a good driver. He's pretty quick.
Yeah. In the 95 of Sweeter Feeds, he's in 3rd.
Yeah, we haven't heard much from him tonight, so whoop whoop. Definitely a big old shout out to him.
Tech 9 in 4th, another driver we haven't seen up front yet. And, it seems like track position is really important for this track.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's so tight and narrow, and they're just, nose and tail. It's really hard for these guys to make a move. So unless somebody makes a mistake. And they are going single file. Yeah, you called that formula. You definitely called that one out. So here we go. Back to green. 6 cautions in the book here.
And your top 2 have definitely spaced themselves out for the rest. I think that might be a byproduct of the single file. Restart has maybe a little bit less of fairness to it, perhaps, by some standards. But that's what you got to do whenever you have cautions every 5 laps.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to, understand one thing. I mean, you get a bunch of guys out there. We're a bunch of adrenaline junkies, and our testosterones are high, and we only have one thing. We got a one-track mind, and that is to what? That is to win. 95 up against the wall. 22's around on the backstretch. That's going to probably bring out another caution.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
Yep.
Yes, it does. Caution number 7. Oh, not good.
Well, as I also said, too, the single-file restart may not be the solution. I think it's just hard racing, like you say, Cyborg, on a tricky and narrow track.
Welcome, viewer, and another viewer. Appreciate you checking us out here on SBGH Cyborg, along with my co-commentator, Formula Crowd, here at the D4C, Duel for Cash Cup Car Series. Appreciate you checking in. Feel free to comment in the chat box if you got any questions, or if you just want to even say hello, and we'll give a big shout out to you. 7 cautions in the book. Definitely some great epic racing going on there, and things have been dazzling it up, changing it up, and as they would say, shake and bake back to. Looks like they. I'm thinking they're going to go back to single file restart. What do you think there?
I would think so too, and looks like definitely some drivers pitted at least the 42 of the more, because now D4C got him is going to be your leader of that number 3 car.
Well, I'm sure that's going to make him.
Whoa. Yeah, I think they got a little excited there on the pace lap, but we should give a moment to bring to light that we do have a new sponsor this season for the Cup Series. It's the Collar Street Cup Series, and I believe they do nails and other feminine products, so definitely want to check them out. Some of these drivers' wives, I think, and girlfriends have had an interest in this, so want to definitely recognize.
Definitely appreciate them coming aboard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's just not only a man's sport, but it is a women do like NASCAR.
Yeah,
surprise. There's a lot of women that really into it. Definitely love to see some female drivers out there. Yeah, I would love to see a little more females get out there and run some laps. Yeah, oh yeah. You have a Frozen Toes. She's a Cup driver that's very talented out there. She's not here tonight, but she's one of the ones that are out there playing this 704 NASCAR Heat 3. I've heard a lot about her. Never met her personally. There we go. Back to green, 2x2, I think.
Well, something
I couldn't help.
Very strange happened there, Cyber.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that was a glitch or what it was, but
yeah, they're not green yet.
They were having a restart. Yeah. So now we'll go single file, and now it's the 43 of Tech 9 is your leader.
We got hello there, Mr.
Did come into pit road.
Hello, Mr. Mako 32. Appreciate you commenting in there. Hello to you there. See, there, maybe that'll make you some other of these drivers in here commenting on here. Don't be shy. Appreciate you tuning in there, Mako. SBGH Mako, that would be. Checking out here in the Cup cars.
Hopefully these drivers get settled down a little bit. We've already had, I believe, 7 cautions, Cyborg, and
yeah,
we've still got. We're not even halfway yet, so.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to definitely check out Muffin Telemetry, and I'm going to let you know how many more we have to go here at the Collar Cup Series here. And we're going to go back to green.
And as we're, it's the 43 of Tech 9 out with a strong restart.
132 left.
Todd right behind him.
132 left here. So they got a while to go. 43 scuffs the wall. Give me 1 second. I'm going to run over the laboratory, if you know what I mean. I'll be right back. Over to you, Formula.
And as we're still watching, the top 3 have broken away. It's Valley Racing right there in third, all over the back bumper of Todd with Tech 9 and the 43 in the lead. A little bit of, I think, lag issues going on here. Hopefully I can straighten out as I see the number 2 of Todd. He's peeking to the inside down the back stretch. Thinks better of it. I believe that's let the next pack of cars catch back up to them in the draft as Valley Racing takes second place, looking for first on the inside. Going into turn number 1, they're side by side, him and Tech 9. Tech 9 up very high. Maybe a little bit of contact. Valley Racing has the lead. Oh my goodness, we've got cars flipping everywhere. That's just lag. The 43 of Tech 9 was still hanging in there, although now he's going to get a little bit in the grass there by Valley. Valley is back out front with the number 12 of Stout right behind him. And the 19 car of RJ is back in third after that big wreck he had earlier. Also, the Cosmic Storm in the number 1 car has made his way back up to 4th.
Yeah, he's making some big moves here. And you were mentioning about the new sponsors out there, Collar Corporation. By the time these guys get done sawing on the wheel here, I think these guys are going to definitely need a manicure after the end of the day here.
Yeah, they're going to need something, Cyborg. It's pretty intense right now. I don't know if manicure or what, but
the 21 out in front, 2012 car in second. Oh, a little lag. Oh, 21's around. We got that's a lag there. I'm sorry, they're not around. That is a lag. Bad lag.
We apologize to the viewers at home for some of the technical difficulties we've had today, but just what happens sometimes with this. As I see the number 1 of the Cosmic Storm looking to the inside of the 12 of Stout.
Oh, we got one down in apron.
Place.
He's able to save it. I'm not sure who that was, but that could have been not good, but he did a heck of a job. So, yeah, that's one thing about the gaming industry, viewers. There's a thing called latency. It's just sometimes, you know, the wavelengths of the internet sometimes don't want to cooperate, and it makes it look like there's going to be an incident, and just, you know, it's just something that you got to deal with. I have one for a driver. I kind of go into panic mode when I see somebody doing the lag thing in front of me. It's like, oh, you know, and sometimes it does cause wrecks because the first thing you want to do is you want to hit your brake and you go into panic mode. So it's definitely something you just get used to after a while.
And as we look here back out front, you know, a little bit of a gap here now between Valley and our second, third, and fourth place drivers. Cosmic Storm there in second. The 19 of RJ's made his way back up to third. And the 11, he's been there all night. That CGM Rose, the FedEx machine, he's looking to take third place. And he's got it.
Yeah, I'm sure Cosmic wants to get up there to Valley and get away from this stuff so they can team up, but I'm sure 21's not going to be able to stay out there, because if the one car and the rest of you guys team up, they're going to get that draft and they're going to be able to suck up to the Valley there. So we'll see what happens here. Definitely some good racing going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you tuning in to Shatterbone Game Hosting Broadcasting, along with Formula Crowd, my co-commentators, and myself. Thank you very much. Definitely check it out, of course, on Twitch. You can check this, go back and review it, or check out the restream, because it does save up to 14 days, and it will be on YouTube. Actually, I do believe, what is the YouTube that channel you're watching on right now, Formula? So viewers can definitely follow that.
D4C Racing Network.
Yeah, so definitely follow those
Racing
guys.
Network.
So yeah, definitely follow them guys. They're always got something up their sleeve. They're always doing something, all kinds of racing. So Cosmic just touches the wall, brushes a little bit, but no trouble there. So looks like these guys are starting to get settled in here, Formula, and hopefully we can go.
And that's letting them. Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off there. So,
no, it's okay.
Yeah, that's definitely letting them close up the gap a little bit to our race leader, Valley Racing.
Yeah, he's definitely.
They've decided to calm down.
Really strong. Oh!
We got number 9.
Yeah.
That Silent had an issue coming out of turn number 2. Great save by him. I thought he was going to go around.
Yeah, and come back up on the track, and that would have been good. He saved it.
Yeah.
Big save award. It looks like the 12 car, I do believe, is trying to dive down on the inside. 11 car. I apologize.
Yeah, the 11 car is looking to take second place.
Oh, he's down the apron.
CGM Rose. Oh, yeah, they're up the wall.
And
wow,
they save it.
I wrecked there. I'm not sure.
Oh my. Yeah, it looks like I think these tires are starting to go away, Formula, because they're definitely looking really loose out here, and they're sliding all over the place and stuff like that. So they've had a pretty good run here. We have.
As I just started talking about how they're closing up the gap a little bit with Valley, all of a sudden they started racing real hard there, and he's got probably 12, 15th car length on them from hitting second place at Cosmic.
Where these guys are battling out in the back of the pack, he's definitely be able to check out here in the 21 car. So he's probably looking in the rearview mirror going, go ahead and beat on each other, and I want to check out, but don't wreck because I don't want to caution.
In Cosmic, this race reminds me a little bit of the All-Star race we had earlier this year in the Real Cup Series, where drafting was really key, but as the race wore on with the tires, it definitely let the leader get a little bit of a gap over some of the other cars.
Yeah, they're dicing it up there. Your P2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. So definitely going there. I'll let you guys know, viewers, how many we got to go. 117 left to this race here out of 200. So we're definitely getting it knocked down here, almost halfway. 21 car.
Sledgehammer
Valley
peeked to the inside there, but thought better of it.
Yeah, he's a guy that likes to be smart about driving. He doesn't really like to make bold moves. He's kind of coy about it, and but he's definitely something like that. He just made himself a move. He just moved up a little bit. I think he got himself up in the P4. Yep. He had to drive down the side there because a couple guys got up in the wall. So definitely keep an eyeball on him. 78.
And a driver we haven't really talked about much yet. Yeah, the 78 of J.R. Horn. He's mixing it up a little bit as some more lag comes out on the track.
Oof.
But you definitely can't forget about him.
No, he's been sitting back in the pack, and he's slowly but surely knocking positions off. So I think he's doing the smart move type thing where you just kind of lay back and let everything sort out and pick them off one by one. Let's scroll through the field here. We're going to hop on board with the number 4 Freaky Fast Fusion. Coming out of corner 3. 38 car, viewers. Two cars down in the pit, making a green flag pit. Not sure what's going on with him. I'll have to see what's going on with him there in a bit.
The number 19, and I guess it was lag of RJ. I thought for sure he wouldn't spin it around there, but just lag.
Yeah, there's, look at that. Yep. There's a little lag out of the 41 car, but he's able to gather it up. His 3 car, we're right along with the 3 car. That would be got him. Muffin's moved up to P15. He was down at 18, so he's able to move up to the 15th position.
I think I saw the number 2 of Todd going on the apron, going down the backstretch, and I believe the procedure for coming in the pits during green flag racing conditions is they have to get on the apron going into turn number 3. So it looks like we're going to start having some green flag pit stops here.
Yeah, and you were correct. And when they come out of the pits, they have to stay on the apron, and they cannot come up on the track until the backstretch. They did apply that one, and that seemed to work out for the best for everybody. It looks like 78 jumped down on the apron there. Looks like he's going to come in and for a green flag pit, I do believe. I'll have to see what's going on with him as I scroll through the air. I'm going to ride along with Sledgehammer in the 8 car here.
As I'm watching our leaders, definitely seeing some lap cars these drivers are having to contend with. I think that's the number 4. Actually, I don't have a name for that driver, so apologize to viewers at home, but we'll definitely get the full roster next week. And there's another car that Valley's coming up on here. I think he may have pitted. That's the number 9 of Silent. I know he's had a fast car tonight. He must have come to the pits, I'm guessing, Cyborg.
Yeah, I'm thinking he did. Let me pull up some telemetry here, folks.
And the 43 of Tech 9 is taking second place from the Cosmic Storm.
'78 coming up on the track in the backstretch. Your 9 car is Silent. Right along with the 88 car here. That would be.
It looks like Valley Racing is diving in the pits.
Cosmic Storm and one car we're right along with.
So for the time being, he's going to be your leader, I think.
Oh, yep. we got a handful of cars coming down the pits here. Got you 21, 22, and a 43 coming in on a green flag. Now these guys are hoping probably please no caution.
But more drivers are coming in the pits right now. Very aggressive there. The number 12. That's Stout. Very aggressive move going into turn number 3.
78's in.
Looked like he about wrecked Cosmic, but thank goodness that nothing happened there. And I thought he might miss the commitment cone, but.
And we'll find
couldn't
out
quite tell if Cosmic maybe woke up a little bit and Stout had to avoid him, or not really sure.
We'll find out if they got a black flag. Going too fast.
It's going to get interesting here, Cyborg, because these different pit strategies, some guys came in earlier than others. Would be very curious to see if Valley still has the lead.
106 to go.
Once everyone pits.
.78 on the apron coming up. He's able to get the car up to speed. And that would be JR, I do believe, in the 78 car. 43 we're checking out here on our telemetry. That would be Tech 9.
And I see Valley Racing looking to the inside. Thinks better of it on the Matt Brownie, the 22 car. I think Matt Brownie, if he's not your leader right now, he will be your leader.
Right along with the 37
Valley
car.
Makes the move, which he's diving to the inside. Turn number 3, and he has the position.
95 cars in the pit. Formula getting some tires and fuel. That would be Sweeter.
Yeah, Sweeter was up there for a few laps.
Got him in.
Not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, 3 car got him in to get some fuel and tires. 20 cars in. We pull up on my logbook here, and don't have him. 20 car is heated, so maybe him and Gotham are going to team up here. I'm not quite sure. Gotham's
and the
pulling
22, out. And the Matt Brownie got up against the wall, and that's going to let the number 11 of CGM Rose take what will turn out to be second place, I believe, once we finish all these pit stops. And I believe Cosmic Storm, Cyborg, he pitted a lap later than these guys. I know definitely a lap later than Valley. And he's lost a few positions now. He's back and forth. So that early pitting can definitely give you an advantage.
Yeah, you know, with probably 104 left in the books here. I'll be precise here in 1 second here, as soon as I see Muffin cross the line here. 102 down, 102 to go out of 200 laps. So 2 laps from halfway point, right along with the 10 car. 10 car is Lightning Bird, I do believe. Lightning Bird.
We've got
right
a great
along with
battle
Muffin.
for the lead here, Cyborg.
Let me see if I can
Number
get the
11 of CGM Rose is right over the back bumper of Valley Racing, and I think he's really going to, you know, give him a shot here, taking the lead.
He's looking right along with 11 car. It's P2, I do believe, if I'm correct. Rose.
Yep, it's still right there.
Kind of give you
it's gonna be a while to
bonk
get to his vehicle for a better view.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, we're right along with the 11 car, Rose, on the bumper cam. Kind of give these viewers a little rush and know what's going on. Coming across the start-finish line. Valley out front. 11's looks like he's kind of loose, and it could be that dirty air. I'm not sure.
It looks like the Cosmic Storm has taken third place from the 22, the Mad Brownie. So two separate two-car packs here for the leaders. Now, I'm waiting to see. Every time I think the number 11's going to get a run on him and make the move, but
he's looking. He goes up high, dives down low, goes up high. He's thinking about it.
And there's definitely a gap between those two and our next two drivers, and then there's nobody behind that pack. I mean, you got to hold back straight away. So these drivers have really distanced themselves. We see them coming out of Ford. Huge gap. Huge interval between fourth place and fifth.
A little lag out of Rose there a little bit. He got it sorted out. So I do believe we're going to hit 97 to go. So we're winding down. They're on a long green flag run here. So it looks like they got sorted it out, and they got the spin out bug out of them, and the caution, bring caution thing out of their system there.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. So far, so good for this run.
So
finally had
just
some green flag pit stops.
So give you a summary of fans or viewers what's going on. We've had 7 cautions so far out of this race, and definitely some lead changes. Valley here has been out here dominating in the 21 car pretty much this race. 11 car is just looking, and you know, he's thinking about it. So definitely some great racing going on here.
Definitely, these two are a different zip code at the moment, Snotborg. I think right now, Rose is about the only one who can compete with Valley. And I don't know if he has enough momentum to make the pass, though, at this time.
Yeah, Valley's pretty fast. I think Valley's going to have to make some type of a mistake for Rose to maybe get somewhere on it, but I don't think that's going to happen. You know, I mean, he's,
well,
you know...
it looks like Rose is maybe backed off a little bit and then trying to get a run and get up to speed. He's just trying to time it right. A little bit of a rubber band, you know. He's right over his back bumper, and then...
Well, you know,
Valley's doing a good job of kind of, I wouldn't say maybe blocking him, but running a line that does make it difficult.
You know,
for the 11 to make that move. Right.
Rose might just be, you know, sitting back, just kind of, you know, just waiting for the right opportunity, just trying to knock some laps in, and then I'm guarantee you he's gonna make a move with probably, you know, 10 to go. I promise you that, because you know, who wouldn't? But yeah, they are checking out Formula. They're getting away from these guys, so these guys are all spread out, and everybody seems to get sorted out and getting comfortable and, you know, hitting their marks. So yeah, we got positions P1 and P2, your 2111 car out front, and then your next group would be the second, third, and fourth, which I'd have to scroll on the telemetry to figure out who those guys were, because you know this.
Well, I believe third and fourth is the Cosmic Storm and the 22.
Thank you.
The Mad Brownie.
Oh, we got them three wide on the front stretch here.
There's definitely some great battles for position all throughout this track. They're either on each other's bumper or really just jockeying.
Yeah, Muffin's battling with a 13th position here. It looks like it would be trying to figure out who that is. Looks like Lightning, I do believe, but I'm not quite sure. It's kind of hard to read it. 90 to go out of 200. So they're definitely, you know, knocking some laps down here. On the board with a 13 car.
Rose and Valley, I think they may just, for the time being, content running 1-2, because they are definitely pulling more and more weight, not only from the fifth on back, but third and fourth place. I mean, they've probably doubled their margin here in the last 10 or so laps.
112 out of 200.
Looks like the number
here.
9. Number 9 is Silent, just came off of pit road. He's right behind our leaders, at least 1 or 2 laps down.
Right along with the 37 car. And that would be Pro Viper. Pro Viper has been pretty much just minding his own business. Just another day in the office, keeping his nose clean there.
We got some background noise. I think one of our assistants
Viewers
behind the scenes here may have dozed off.
Yeah.
Have to mute him.
Yeah, he's had a long day at work there. Yeah, he's definitely. I gotta do the same thing because otherwise, you know, I'm gonna have a good time. But anyway, hold on here. Let me. Okay. There, he's back. All right, there you go. We just heard a little deep breathing out of Mako. He's in our chat party checking out the stream. His audio, I do believe, is included on my stream because when I stream, everybody's audio is included in my chat party. So,
well, I think he has the check mark on the audio, so hopefully he hasn't done that.
No, there is no check mark because I have my stream set up. Whoever's in my chat party, party is being broadcast. So that's how I have it set up. So whoever's in my chat party.
Not to argue with your stuff, but I had the check mark. So,
did you really?
I think
that's wild.
Yes.
Okay, that's kind of weird. Maybe this might be a little thing that they trying to figure out. But yeah, I mean, but that's all right. But we'll just rip on you, Mako, if you fall asleep. Yeah.
They broadcast the party, but you have to opt in to being broadcast.
All right. Okay, and of course it's not going to show.
Out.
Oh, okay, that's right. Because then it's not going to show me if somebody's okay because I'm the one that. Okay, never mind. I figured it out. You know, modern technology working at the finest here. So, a little banter going on here in the booth, viewers.
And I tell you what. As we're watching our leaders, the number 9 of
19's in the pit.
You know,
19's diving
he's caught
in.
up on the draft here. He's running right with him.
I'm thinking we're going to get another.
He is a couple laps down.
Of pits, yeah. I think these guys are going to. Some of these guys are going to have a green flag pits here. So looks like 32 is retired. So. Yeah, we have. We have 118 out of 200. So
very interesting. The number 9 of Silent is looking to the inside of our leaders, and I think it must be the new tires. Cyborg. He came in the pits and stayed in the draft of the top 2, and now looks to the inside of Valley Racing to at least unlap himself 1 lap.
Got a good battle going on between 12th, 13th, and 14th. Right along with Sledgehammer in the 8 car. It looks like Sledge is diving in. He's down on the apron. He's going to get himself, looks like he's going to dive in the pit here and get himself some 4 tires and top off the field here. Yeah, Sledge is in the pit. He's heavy on the brakes. Doesn't want to get that black flag there. Get that 3-second penalty. I do believe that's how they do it here. So Sledge is in the pits. Looks like 32 has retired.
Yeah, that's the 32 of Kamal, who was running really well earlier and got shuffled back through the field. So, not sure what happened with him. But hate to see anyone go.
Right along with the 1 car, Cosmic Storm on the backstretch. He's definitely a driver that's been doing really well tonight. 112 down on a 200.
It's very interesting. Very interesting here. Cyborg, that number 11 of Rose, and our second place driver right now, actually fell back a little bit. I'm not sure if he was trying to make a run on Valley, or I thought for a second he was going to pit going down the backstretch, but now he's closing the gap again.
And maybe
they're both coming in.
Yeah, they are.
In, the 21 and the 11.
I think they decided to team up with each other and was like, you know what? How about if we just team up? We've been doing a dominant.
Oh, a mistake! A mistake by the 11 of Rose. I'm not sure if he's going to get a penalty. I see the 22 coming in as well. I'm not sure if you saw that on your screen.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
I did. I see him go up high, and I don't think he made the commitment cone. So we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on that and see what happens here. That was definitely intense. Wow.
And we'll have to wait and see if Valley and him leave at the same time. It was very close, and sometimes the game doesn't always register missing the pit. So he may get lucky here.
Oh, guess
and looks
no.
like no. I don't think there was a penalty.
Oh, Lady Luck's on his side tonight, so there are 21 cars going to come out. They're going to come back on the track in the backstretch. That's the rule. So
now, there is a bit of a gap here. Valley got out a lot faster.
Yes, he did.
At about the same time. I believe it's a 15-second penalty in the game.
Is
so
that
he
what
clearly
that
didn't
is?
get that. I believe so.
So, yeah, he could have stalled it, too, coming out, because these cars are very easy to stall. I've stalled it a few times racing in Strikers series there on Saturdays. Didn't have the RPMs up, went to come out of was qualifying actually, went to go, and I'm like, what the heck? And had to drop the clutch and hit the start button and get it going. So I kind of wasn't happy about that. I didn't have a good qualifying run, but still a good time. So we're gonna get this sorted out, race fans, and green flag pits are going on. So get the pit cycle cycle through and figure out what's going on right along with the 78 car. I do believe that would be Horn, if I'm correct. I do believe.
One thing that's
JR
happened now with Valley getting out a lot faster than the number 11 of Rose is that he doesn't really have a drafting partner, at least someone who is on the same lap as him. Although I do see the 19 of RJ. I'm not sure if he is on the same cycle or a lap down or laps ahead of Valley. But it was very much a tandem draft kind of situation where the first two cars were 1-1, and then the next two cars, and I saw a lot of drivers doing that tandem style drafting. I see the 3 of Gotham comes in on pit road.
4 is up against the wall, but he's able to save that.
See, Valley is all over the back bumper now. 19.
Gotham's in the pit.
To the inside of RJ. Yep.
Muffin's in the pit, getting 4 tires. Getting 2 cans of fuel. Yeah, Muffin's going to get 4 tires and 2 cans of fuel. So, see what happens with him. Oh. I think Muffin got himself a penalty. They're holding him up in the pit. Unlucky break for Muffin.
Valley Racing goes past the 31. I believe that's Outlaw. And Cyborg, because I'm not sure of the topping score. I can't tell if Valley Racing is in first or going to be in second here with the 19 of RJ right ahead of him. I'm going to assume he was already in position.
My telemetry is really not telling me much because I am right along with Muffin, and he got that penalty. I do believe we have 72 left to go here. And excuse me, we'll just have to wait for these guys to get things sorted out and figure out what is going on here.
And I think they're just about done with all the green flag stops for the time being.
Yeah.
So
Muffin
it does appear that Valley Racing
down.
is your leader.
70 to go. So definitely a long green flag run going here. So 7 cautions in the books here at the Collar Cup Series. So we'll have to get things sorted out here. Find out who, what, where, when, and how.
I tell you what, they're pretty strung out right now, Cyborg.
Yeah, everybody's just pretty much spread out. I'm sure some of these guys at the back of the pack and a couple of these cars that are a lap down, I'm sure they're probably wanting a caution right about now so they can get things regrouped up. Now, we know the leaders.
Right now, I'm looking at the...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, right now, looking at the number 8 of Sledgehammer, and he's in a battle with the 38 of Jose 720, and an old racing pal of mine in another league from back in the day. But,
yeah, we definitely got
like
them pulled
the number
up.
8 of Sledgehammer's
yeah, he's looking really
starting to pull
smooth
away
tonight.
a little bit.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good tonight. He's just been minding his own business back there. I haven't heard too much out of him tonight. So definitely somebody that he's got what it takes to get up there and you know, come up here and go shoot for the victory. It looks like 38 and 8 are. Looks like they're going to team up a little bit here and see if they can help each other get through the pack.
I think that might be the 3 of Gotham that's ahead of them. Yep, it is in that number 3 car. I do love that paint scheme that Gotham has. I'm not a huge fan of Austin Dillon or, you know, the 3 coming back, but I do like that look.
So we have 66 to go here at the Coca-Cola 600 for D4C, Duel for Cash Winter Series. Right along with the 8 and 32. These guys are battling out.
Cyborg, at this stage of the race, we've had a lot of green flag laps here. Do you think we will get a caution before the end of it?
I'm thinking we will. I mean, well, then again, when you guys are spread out, we might not, because it's, you know, kind of hard for these guys to dice it up a little bit. But I'm sure something's going to happen here in the latter part of this race when we start getting down to, you know, 10, 15 to go. They're going to start really pushing it. So, right along with Cosmic Storm, trying to figure out exactly who your leaders are. I'm going to think Valley's out front.
I believe it is Valley Racing as your leader. Pretty confident.
Right along with him right now.
Yeah, I'm looking through the field here. You know, a few 2-car tandems, but a lot of spaced out drivers right now.
Yeah, they definitely really got spaced out with these long green flag runs. So 21 car viewers, that's Valley Racing we're watching here. 48 car kind of scuffs the wall a little bit, but it didn't seem to affect him too bad.
Some contact back through the field. The number 31 of Althal got on the back bumper of the 19 of RJ, and I thought he was going to spin out there in turn number 3. Great save by him. Not there.
Yeah, obviously the officials did not bring out the caution.
More contact.
62
He's up
to
in the
go.
wall. There was I think that was the 11 of Rose underneath, and couldn't quite tell if he came down or Rose came up, but definitely put Outlaw up in the wall.
Probably one of those racing incidents. 4 car in the pit, 9 coming down pit lane. So I'm not sure what's going on with the 4 car.
Yeah, I do not have a driver for that number, so I'm not sure, but
the 4 car?
It seems like the 4 is running more towards the back.
No, I don't have a driver log for that individual, unfortunately. Sorry, viewers. Must be a kind of a last-minute entry, maybe, I'm assuming. Your 2 car, right along with him, that would be Todd. Driven with him a little bit in the Dirt Series, I do believe. If that's the right Todd's Racing, I do believe who that is.
I see the number 9 of Silent coming back out of pit road on the backstretch. And a pretty big gap still by Valley Racing. He's got about a whole turn ahead of him and Rose in the 19 of RJ. I believe RJ actually is on the lead lap. I wasn't sure there for a few
Pro Viper
moments,
dove in the
but
pit
I
here.
believe
The
he's in
37
second.
car. He's coming in.
And you have to wonder, Cyborg, if we do go green the rest of the way, I'm not sure with the fuel mileage what these drivers will do, but I definitely could see maybe some two-tire stops. Maybe take a can instead of 2 cans, depending on what cycle they're on and what their strategy is, and that could definitely mix things up here towards the end.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Sometimes you just got to take a gamble. Looks like the A car is diving in the pit, Sledgehammer. Right along with Gotham in the 3 car. D4C Gotham.
I got to tell you, pretty impressive by Valley because he's all by himself right now and still has a very considerable gap between him and second and third, who are tandem drafting.
Yeah, he's
although the
definitely
number
got that
11
car
of
hooking
Rose
up.
is looking to the inside. Oh, the 19 of RJ up the wall. That lets Rose take second place.
That did not bring out a caution. So, we're still green.
Yeah, great save there by RJ.
Oh. Right along with Cosmic Storm in the 1 car. 95 right behind him. Right along with 11 car now. And that would be Rose.
Pretty good battle here for, I'm not sure what position that is, but the number 20 of Heated Snowman and the number 10 of Lightning Bird. Those are 2 guys I usually see race in the All-Star Racing Giveaways Xfinity Series on Tuesdays for D4C, and I know they're always battling for position more towards the front.
So we are 146 out of 200. 54 laps to go, folks. So we're getting ready to wind it down here.
Yep. And Muffin is a lap down, correct, Cyborg?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Muffin is unfortunately lapped down. I'm sure he's probably wanting a caution come out so he can at least get back up on the lead lap and give it a shot to try to get a good position here. He that drive he went hot in the pit, and the officials gave him a penalty there, so that really didn't help him up. I think that's when he went a lap down, because he was up there. Looks like the 4 car has retired. Too bad for him. 19 cars down on the apron, coming up on the track.
Looks like he's coming out of the pits, RJ.
Yeah, he's getting up to speed.
Oh, I saw some lag there. He went flipping up in turn number 3, and thank goodness that wasn't reality.
Yeah.
I was very, very concerned for a second, Cyborg. Well, I have to admit, Gotham warned me there would not be as many cautions as I'm typically used to watching the Xfinity Series compared here to the Collar Street Cup Series. And at first I thought he was didn't know what he was talking about, but after they got settled down, the first 50 or so laps, we've been pretty much green all the way. I see the number 38 car of Jose 720. Still on pit road, finally coming out. And the number 22, oh, very loose coming on the pit road That's the 22 of the Mad Brownie. As I see the 3 have got him exiting pit lane. And Valley Racing, your leader, is on pit road as well, getting into his box. All by himself. Most likely getting 4 tires and fuel, and he's back out. We'll have to wait and see where he ends up. As the number 12 of Stout goes on by, up to full speed. And that's definitely let the number 11 of Rose catch up to him a little bit. As more and more drivers are entering pit lane. I see the 43 of Tech 9 coming out, along with the Cosmic Storm. Valley Racing goes on by him. The 78 of J.R. Horn is entering pit lane. In a really interesting situation here, folks, with, Rose, I think he pitted earlier in Valley, and that let him gain a little bit of track position, perhaps. I see the number 12 of Stout is up ahead of Valley. I'm not 100% sure with our lack of telemetry if he is on the lead lap or not. But Rose is definitely inching closer and closer. Had that bad pit stop on the last green flag pit break. Lost some time, but now he is all over the back bumper of Valley, going through turn number 2. And I think for the time being, Rose is probably content just hanging on to Valley's draft. They were doing for quite some time earlier in the race. I believe that's the number 14 car of Muffin, who just came on to pit road. Drivers are really spread out right now with all these green flag pit stops. They're definitely closing the gap on Whiskey Stout. I believe he actually is your race leader at this time, the number 12 car. I think he pitted a few laps earlier than our 2 and 3 place drivers. And he is right there looking to pounce. dealing with some lap traffic as they go on by the number 20 car of Heated Snowman. And peeking to the inside of the number 12 for the lead position, it's Valley Racing with Rose right on his bumper. And really a great battle here, folks, for top 3 positions. I think Stout, those tires are getting old, and that allowed Valley Racing and the number 11 of Rose to go on by. If he can stay in his draft, he might be able to hang with him to at least this next set of pit stops. And really, these 3 drivers are just in a completely different zip code than the rest of the field. I'm not even sure where a 4th place driver is, but there's at least a whole turn. And time is running out here at Charlotte. We're getting to the closing stages of the Coca-Cola 600 here. 50% race for the Collar Street Cup Series on the D4C Racing Network Duel for Cash. And right now your top 3 drivers are pretty content to staying in that pack.
Oh my, I did not realize this, but somehow my microphone was on mute. I apologize. You're probably wondering where the heck I've been. He thought I took off and ran from me. I apologize, Formula. I am so sorry.
I wasn't sure what happened to you there, but I just kept rolling with it. So I thought maybe there was a problem with my mic.
No, your mic's just working fine. I must have, these microphones on these headsets are so sensitive. I must have just barely tapped it there when I reached down to grab my water and must have bumped it. I apologize. So, viewers, back to the what's going on here. You've been monitoring the P1, P2, and P3 position. Obviously, these guys have been battling out here, and I appreciate my co-commentator there, Formula Crowd, stepping up to the program for me as I do a typical snarf situation on my microphone. Thank you there, Formula. So, appreciate that.
We're getting to the closing stages here, Cyborg. On your telemetry, yes. How many laps do we have left?
Give me 1 second here, and I didn't mark it off, but I was muted. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have 33 laps to go. So, these guys are going to definitely start to step up their game here, and I'm sure they're going to start making some big moves. Winding down here.
And is Muffin still a lap down, Cyborg, or is that rate increased?
He's moving up. He's right behind Horn there. Horn's in 6th position. Muffin is in P21, so he's still a lap down. But he's got fresh tires on there because he just did come out of the pits here a bit ago. Yeah, he's definitely a lap down, unfortunately, for him. So, the only thing
we'll have to make sure we take that into account for lap
counter. I have been doing that. So here we go. We come across. Muff's going to come start to the finish line. He has, of course, he's a lap down, and of course we have 31 to go. Muffin's got 32 to go. He is a lap down, so he's probably hoping for a caution. 11 car looks like he's sticking his nose down there, trying to think about making a move on 21, but he tucked back behind him.
We've seen this about all race, Cyborg. It's, yes. Valley up front, and there's a random cast of characters running second and third right on his tail about half the time, and I'm not sure if they're not wanting to make a move this early and to stay in his draft, or they can't make the move, but it seems to be the common theme all race.
Right, and they're coming up on the 88 car, so I'm sure they're getting ready to put him down a lap there. Oh, a little lag out of there, but that's okay. 12 cars, so it'll save that one a little bit. So we'll see if the 88 car
I'll tell you what,
lets him around. I'm sure he will.
Sledgehammer goes on pit road. Oh, I heard a little bit of contact there.
Yeah.
I thought for a second we might have a wreck, but we stayed green. Wreck is something that these drivers up front definitely don't want. They've really separated themselves out from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, and if a caution would have came out with Sledge going to the pit, that definitely would have been a bad day at the office for Sledgehammer. That's something that he wanted. I do believe he is still on the lead lap right now. Oh, here we go. 88 car is going to go ahead and surrender to the blue flag and let these lead cars around.
It's the 88 of Sigma. Let him go on by.
Oh.
I think that might have been lag, but the number 11 of Rose went in the grass for a minute. I got nervous.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, oh, but yeah, there was lag, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely lag. So definitely drama falling out here at the Coca-Cola 600. Appreciate you tuning in here. Oh, that was close. 88 car. Yeah, he got loose. Almost went up in the leaders. That would not have been good. Little lag out of that. I think that was, but
yeah, I think the 88 smacked the wall there, but it must have just been lag, like you say. It looks like Rose is going on the apron.
Yep.
I think he's
gonna
coming
go down. I think maybe 21 might do the same thing. We'll see what happens here, but it doesn't look like, because there's no way he's not going to go in. So 11's going to dive in. He is off the pit cycle. Yeah, he's off the pit cycle.
Rose pitted earlier.
Yes,
Valley, and that's what let him, gain that track position and close the gap back up. And I'm not sure how long of a fuel run these drivers have, but
I'm thinking they could probably put in about.
Valley's coming in.
I'm thinking, from what I've been seeing here in my calculations, I'm thinking they're able to lay down about 32 to 35 laps. So, yeah, Valley's in. So, we're going to go green flag pits.
Whiskey Stout, he's in as well, along with the number 2 of Todd.
So I'm pretty sure this is going to be their last pit for this evening, providing there's no caution. So, with that being said, 24 laps to go. So there goes 11. He's coming out. So this is going to be the final pit for the evening Formula crowd. So we're definitely going to see some action unfold here at the Coca-Cola 600 for a duel for cash. D4C 12's coming out as well. They're going to have to stay down the apron to the backstretch.
Right behind them.
So,
and I would assume that if Rose had a clean pit stop there, Cyborg, he will probably come out ahead of Valley.
Yes, he had a real clean pit stop. There was no issues. He didn't come in hot. He didn't get penalized, nothing like that. 4 tires, 2 fuels of tank. So, and he definitely got out of the pits very quickly. So,
although
we're gonna have to wait for the
what happened there, because we saw the 11 go on by, and I assume that he made up the lap against Valley, but I don't know where he is. I don't think he's that far ahead of him.
We'll have to wait for this pit cycle to roll around and figure it out here real quick shortly here. Yeah. 21 goes down in the 78. They able to get by him. Yeah. Let him get around.
The only thing I could maybe think, well, 2 things, Cyborg. One, maybe there was a penalty on Rose. It looked like Valley had a pretty clean stop, and that's got him way behind. Or because Rose pitted off cycle, perhaps he took a can of fuel and only 2 tires, and he has enough to make it all the way.
That's a pretty gutsy gamble.
Move.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, there's always, these guys, you just never know what they're thinking, and he might be saving the fuel. He might be dumping the clutch at certain parts of this track. So we're gonna have to wait for this pit cycle to roll through and figure it out and get things sorted out.
Well, and you got to think, if you pit earlier than everybody else, you can come in and maybe, you know, like he had a decent fuel load in his car. I don't know. I guess we don't have that information, so it's all speculation on our parts, but
Right. Muffin's
perhaps
coming
that's
in.
what he did.
Muffin's coming in for his lap pit. We're gonna see if he does any adjustments on the car. Looks like he's gonna leave that car alone. Must be working pretty good for him.
Yeah.
So 20 to go, folks. 20 laps to go here at the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte, as we call it.
And I see the
It's definitely
43 of
difficult.
Tech Hahn.
Yeah, we're
He's on pit
definitely on
road as
board with
well.
him. He's going to come in and get his final service for the day. Muffin's rolling out of the pit there. So we'll let this pit cycle go through. On board with the 37 car, Pro Viper, 19 down on the bottom of him. That would be, I don't sure who 19. Oh, 19 is JR, D4C JR, one of the D4C guys, Duel for Cash, gentlemen, boys. Bunch of great guys out there. Definitely enjoyed working with these guys. Definitely top-notch, good attitude, and you know, couldn't ask for better race ethic, gentlemen. So,
And I see
that,
the number 11 of Rose. He's pretty much all by himself. He's got the number 10 of Lightning Bird, you know, behind him. But I'm pretty sure he's on a different lap than our leaders. So
yeah,
I'll have to look here and see. He going into turn number 1. Valley is in turn number 4. Gosh, it's really hard to tell, Stopborg, what happened there.
I'm sitting here going through my telemetry, trying to, you know, going through, you know, different screens, going through past drivers, previous driver, next drivers, and I'm trying to sort it out here. So definitely a challenge. I'm bored with Sledgehammer in the 8 car, getting around the 41 car, the Monster Energy Drink car. So 16 to go. 16 to go, Formula Crowd. So we're winding down here. Definitely going to see some bold moves.
Yeah, I think about the only way we're going to know who's actually in the lead here, Stopborg, is if a caution does come out, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but that very well may be what happens. I mean, you're right. Time's ticking, and I know these drivers, you know, don't want to cause a caution towards the end of the race. Well, maybe some of them do to bunch the fuel back up. But I think, you know, they don't want to cost somebody the win.
Right. 15 to go. Trying to figure out what's going on here, folks, to get you updated. Definitely getting...
Got him. Very aggressive coming out of turn number 2, out of the pits.
Yeah, I seen that. He's like, I got to get going here, guys. So we'll see what goes on with him. 21 car, on board with him, Valley Racing. He's been your dominant driver tonight. So we're going to ride along with him for a bit, and maybe we can sort this out in the Quaker State Menards Ford Fusion.
And they're still about equal, you know. See,
yeah.
Rose is 1, and he's in 4.
13 to go. So definitely, viewers, stay tuned. Formula and I are going to do a post-race interview with your top 3 drivers and find out what they thought about this race here, and we'll not give them a little bit to get into our chat party because, you know, it's been a long race for these guys. 200 laps.
And I can tell you, there's a lot of suspense here, Stopborg.
Yeah,
a lot of these drivers are waiting to see what's going to happen, and it's just a lot of unknowns at this point.
Yeah, I'm you know, wondering what's going on here, but you gotta love racing, so I'm just gonna assume, which is really not a good thing to do, but I'm just gonna go with it, and I'm gonna think 21's out front there, just because of the fact that you know, he has been the favorite out here on the Coca-Cola 600 for Duel for Cash. So they definitely spread out. So we will get your update and find out what's going on. I guarantee you by the end of this race. We'll
let you know at some point.
Yeah, 190 out of 200. We have 10 to go, ladies and gentlemen. 10 to go.
Valley crosses the start-finish line. And we're going to assume he's the... Oh, cars wrecked everywhere. It looks like a car.
Oh, no. Yep.
That's the 41, the 22.
Oh, man.
Valley was right in that area as well.
And I don't know how he missed that. He just barely touched that car, but he didn't get sort of turned around. So, well, this is going to change it up big time. This is going to give us our update we needed.
You're exactly right. I mean, you hate to see a caution come out there at the end, perhaps, but this will definitely give us a clearer picture of who actually is the leader, whether it's, Valley or CGM Rose or maybe somebody else for all I know.
Right, caution 8, and we'll see if these guys are going to come in for 2 tires, no tires, splash of fuel, or not go in at all. I mean, we'll find out. So here we go. Guess what?
Well, it's the 78 of J.R. Horn. Right now, your leader, they're going to do 1 pace lap here.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm going to assume that well, actually, it's going to be a single file restart. Valley's in second, Cosmic's in third, Rose is in fourth. So I'm still not sure if Rose took 2 tires or 4 tires and what happened, but he is on the lead lap nonetheless.
Welcome, viewers. We got a new viewer coming in here. We're getting to the last part of this segment of the 200 laps. We got probably 8 to go. Here's your leader, the 78 car.
J.R. Horn, we talked about him earlier in the race, how he's just slow and steady and, not doing anything too crazy, but just always in the mix. And right now he finds himself out in the lead.
Oh, I'm sure he's grabbing hold of that wheel and grabbing it tight, and I'm sure his nerves are at edge. So we're going to go to green flag here. We're going to ride along with this guy. Viewers, we had
to wonder if these drivers took tires or...
Here we go.
Not.
We're green.
Green flag back out. Valley's all over his back bumper.
5 to
lap
go.
Count here in just a minute. 5
to go, Formula. All bets are off. Valley is looking. We'll see what he does. He's going outside. He's going to drop down to inside.
Oh, he's looking to the inside. J.R. Horn going into turn number 3.
He makes a stick.
I thought they might make contact there.
Oh, Horn's going up.
Horn may
Cosmic
have,
is second.
Not taking tires.
Levin's coming around.
4 more laps to go.
I don't think Horn took tires. I really don't. I really don't. And I think that's where he had an issue. Let me scroll through the leaders here, viewers. Give me one memento.
Cosmic Storm is all over the back bumper now of Valley Racing, just like we were here at the start of the race. He's looking to the outside. He's trying to make the move there. Doesn't quite have it yet, coming out of 4. Coming up on 3 more laps to go.
Oh, come on, telemetry, work with me. Here we go. Right along with Cosmic Storm. Cosmic Storm gets a killer run on the 21 car. Had to check up a little bit. Went high. Didn't get into him.
Yeah, and they're getting real squirrely back there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Right now our focus is on our top 2.
Right along with the 1 car, Cosmic Storm. He's looking on the outside, looking on the inside.
Yeah.
Looking on the inside.
2 more laps to go.
Absolutely. 2 to go. Oh, we're touching there.
Oh, the 78
trying to get Valley
way
loose.
Up high.
Cosmic touched Valley's bumper there, tried to get him a little loose, but it didn't work. He said, I got no part of that. Cosmic's looking the inside, trying to make the
flag.
move. Oh,
and now the 11 of Rose is up. He's trying to take 2nd place. Gets in the grass. 1 more lap to go here at Charlotte.
Oh, here comes the 11 car. 1 car
there's contact.
touches.
Rose goes in the grass.
Oh.
He's coming back up the track. That may bring out a caution.
42. I'm not sure if he's a part of the mix. Oh, we got cars around. Caution is out. caution's out formula.
You know, I believe
Caution
that will be a
number
race
9.
right there.
Yes.
They, to my understanding, will not restart the race. So
No.
your winner for today's contest, the 21 of Valley Racing. He pretty much dominated the entire day, and I think rightfully so, ends up in victory lane today. Wow, that was kind of a crazy race there, Cyborg.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I mean, even though the latter part of the 3/4 of this race was pretty quiet and they're all spread out, but I tell you what, these guys put one hell of a show on. No doubt about it. So there we are, viewers. Here's your race winner, Valley Racing. Been definitely stepping up the program. I mean, what a great race. Well, you know what? They're going to finish this. I do believe they're going to finish this under caution. So we'll just stay tuned here. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's for those at home, there's a glitch with the game. Best way to describe it, that even when the white flag comes out, if a caution comes out before you get to the checkered flag, they will restart and have a green-white checker. That's obviously not the rules that NASCAR follows. So we will win under caution. And the 42 of Zamora, I tell you what, he was, towards the front here and
we
there.
Didn't hear much from him
really
tonight.
Seem to have, did not see much from him, but he kind of snuck there in the second place. We'll have to interview him afterwards and see.
Yeah, I think that caution did major favor for him. Yeah, I think that definitely that caution definitely did worked out for him. I mean, of all the cautions we had, which was not many, 9 cautions here, ladies and gentlemen, only 9. So definitely a great epic race here. So stay tuned. Mako, are you by the microphone? If you can open up the chat party, I'd appreciate it. Not sure if he's alive over there. I think he might be sleeping, but that's okay. So we'll get Horn and them guys in here and whoever else, so we can go ahead and interview these gentlemen. Wait for these guys to finish up here. I don't want to shoot them an invite right now and block this screen. That's very frustrating. So bear with us a little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
Cosmic Storm ends up in 3rd place. I really thought he was going to make a move there for first, and I think Rose just got him, and officially Valley Racing is your winner for today's race.
Whoop whoop! Congratulations!
In this preseason Collar Street Cup Series, presented by Duel for Cash. And I got to tell you, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Cyborg, this was my first race here for the Cup Series, and I got to tell you, I really enjoyed it. It was a little different than the All-Star Racing Giveaway Series with the Xfinity cars. Started off about the same amount of cautions, but once they got situated, my prediction of 10 or less came true.
Yeah, I do appreciate you coming in here and giving me a hand. Big kudos to you. You did an excellent job. I appreciate it. We always have a good time. So let me get the invite out to Cosmic Storm, or got him, and get the rest of the drivers in here so we can do a post-race interview with these guys.
And funny enough, the number 9 car, who I had listed as silent, I guess it is silent, just spelled really weird, Silent Killer, actually had the fastest lap at a 28.616. And I thought for sure he had only the 8th fastest lap time. So very interesting. And yeah, I guess you have to wonder sometimes with the draft. You see JR Horn was towards the front there too on the fastest laps. But
you know what I'm going to do right now, being that Mako might have fell asleep here? I'm going to reset the chat party up, because I just got a message for them. One of the guys said, could you please unlock? And I can't unlock it because it's Mako. So I'm going to jump on this chat party, restart the chat party, get you invited, and get the rest of these guys in here. How's that sound?
That sounds great to me.
All right, give me 1 second. Hold on, viewers.
I just sent an invite to Gotham.
Okay, yeah, so did I, but yeah, I'm going to have to start making sure that I am the leader of the chat party. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have known better. But anyway, we'll get these guys in here, and we'll get them. Oh my goodness! Yeah, great job, guguys.
Well, I got to tell you, Gotham. I was laughing a little bit how we were talking about how the Cup Series is a little more. How should I put this? Less aggressive than the Xfinity, and we had a pre-race prediction. I said 10 or less caution. Cyborg said 17, and I thought Cyborg 17 was going to come true there for a while. I was getting a little nervous, but
yeah. Give me 1 second while we get these guys in here, and we'll get Formula Crowd to interview them. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick, so give me one memento.
I haven't included my idea. Party.
As we see the Cosmic Storm joining, and of course Valley Racing.
Guys, make sure you include your audio. Cyborg stepped away for just a moment. He's going to come back to open up the Formula. Are you going to be doing the interview?
Yeah, so we're down here in Victory Lane and Valley Racing. What a great performance by you. You had the pole position really fast throughout the entire race. Even when you got shuffled back there about mid-pack, it didn't take you very long to get back up front. What was your strategy, and what did it take to stay up front today?
Oh man, it was mostly just trying to be consistent, getting consistent laps. Helped to have a good teammate drafting together. That really helped us a lot through that last run.
Yeah, and a lot of tandem drafting, it looked like, really, throughout the race. It reminded me of a smaller Talladega almost from back in the day. But I know that, there's some different pit strategies going on. So we had that really long green flag run after all those cautions happened. And were you just trying to run out your fuel run pretty much every time? And because I know there were some drivers who would short pit and they get a little bit of an advantage or at least close the gap on you.
Right, yeah. I was, like I said, trying to run out my fuel every run and just hoping for the best on the last pit stops. Hoping to be able to burn the fuel down a bit for the last run.
Congratulations.
And there was a lot of confusion there for our broadcast team because obviously we don't have live timing and scoring, for the spectator mode, and we had that really long green flag run, and I saw that Rose was right behind you in the number 11 car, and he came in a lap before you, and then you both came back out. We were about half a lap separated from each other. Did you take 4 tires and he took 2, or did someone have a problem coming on pit road?
Yeah, black.
Yeah, I took 4 tires, and Rose sort of overshot his entry to pit road and got a black flag.
I got you. Yeah, we assumed that you were the leader because you'd been up front pretty much the entire race, but we figured something happened there with the two of you. Any other thoughts or shout-outs you'd like to give, Valley?
I'd like to shout out to all the D4C guys. Thanks for putting on a great race. Thanks for letting me run with you guys. It's been fun.
Alrighty, well, that's great, and another fantastic performance by Valley Racing. I think this guy's won about every online competition sponsored by NASCAR Heat 3 so far this year. So we'll see him at Homestead representing Xbox here in about a month or so. So again, congrats to you. Hope to see you next week.
Congratulations, Valley.
Thanks, guys.
And now let's go to our second place finisher, More Smoke. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You in the 42 car, I didn't see you up front. We didn't really talk about you much there during the broadcast, and all of a sudden you just kind of popped up there in the end. What happened there?
Well, I restarted about 15th before that really long green flag run, and I drove up to about 5th. Drafted a lot with the 78 to get up there. We got hooked up, and we were real consistent for a good long run. Got to get around some cars. We got sprung out. Got to 4th, and then that late caution come out. Only 7 of us was on the lead lap, so I took 4 tires.
That was a great run.
Wow, we didn't realize that. Yeah, only 7 cars on the lead lap, and were you pretty much just running out your fuel as well, similar to Valley, just trying to draft and? Or you be short pitting at times?
I wanted to run my fuel out, so once I got to the last run, I didn't have to run my fuel out at the end. You could go about, what, 29 laps on fuel, so the last run I got to pit at 25 to go. Run 2 25-lap runs, so I didn't have to go that long run on the really old tires.
Any other thoughts or shout-outs you'd like to give?
It was rough at the start, but got to be a really good race and got to move up through the field. It was pretty nice. Stay consistent throughout the race to make my way up through there. But I had the caution come out and gave me a chance to at least have a chance at Valley. He was definitely the competition tonight.
Well, that's for sure. And a lot of chaos there at the end. But, hey, congrats to you again on your runner-up finish. We hope to see you next week.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And finally, let's go to our third-place finisher, the Cosmic Storm, a guy who's usually in the booth with me for the All-Star Racing Giveaway Series on Tuesdays, and it's always fun watching you out there on the track, Cosmic. You were really up front there for the beginning portion of the race, and pretty much stayed there in the top, 3 or 4, it looked like, for the duration of it, after getting shuffled back maybe once or twice. But, what was your outlook on today's race?
I feel like I had a pretty good race. Led some laps early. There in the beginning, my car wasn't the best. I was probably down a tenth or two there when we started that long green flag run. And then about a couple pit stops into it, I kind of figured something out, and I was able to get up to pace. I just lost all that track time there. I was really just hoping for a caution, maybe to get my, a chance at it. And then the caution did come out, so that kind of helped me there. But still a good day all in all, top 3 finish. Hope to get the win, but it is the winter season. There's time to improve.
And Cosmic, it was really interesting there on that last restart. I thought for sure you were going to make a move there coming on Valley with about 1 to go, and I think maybe you and Rose got collected a little bit. What happened there towards the end?
No, yeah, going into on the 2 to go lap into turn 1 and 2, I tried to push Valley down into turn 1, maybe get him up his line a little bit, not to wreck him, but just to get him up and give me that bottom a little bit, going on to turn 3. But it didn't quite work out. He held his line pretty good, and held me off, and then I kind of lost my momentum in 3 and 4. And then going down into 1 and 2 on the last lap, coming out of the second dog leg, I screen had a lag right there, and so it kind of froze, and I kind of got into 11. So I want to apologize to CMG Rose. I didn't mean to get him there. Yeah.
Well, it really was a fascinating race and a great finish. And any other thoughts, shout-outs you'd like to give, Cosmic?
No, not really, but just congrats to Valley on the win. It was fun. Look forward to some more battles in the future.
Yep. Looking forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place, and also on Tuesday for the Xfinity broadcast. Well, Cyborg, to wrap up everything's here, I thought it was a fantastic race for the Collar Street Cup Series here on Thursdays. And any final thoughts, observations you'd like to give?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it, Formula. It's always a pleasure to have you up here in the booth at SBGH, Shatterbone Game Hosting and Broadcasting. I'd like to do a big shout-out to D4C and Gotham on the show that they put on. Appreciate them letting us do what we do up here. The race was definitely epic. The end of it was just phenomenal. About a Cosmic Storm, Valley Racing, and more. You guys definitely did a great job. Big kudos to you. And with that being said, I appreciate your viewers checking us out. Once again, I'm SBJ Cyborg for Shatterbone Game Hosting, and my co-commentator, Formula Crowd. We will catch you next week, same time, same channel. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a great week. Check us out. Check D4C, Duel for Cash. And we're going to get out of here. And with that being said,